Okay, today this is part 3 of Double Duns Garage stock exhaust to headers conversion with dual exhaust. So I got the wiring done down there. Probably hard to see. Sorry, not my stool. And got the headers all completely bolted in. Over here, got the dipstick in. Saw that yesterday. Got the power steering tied up. Stupid car alarm was going off. Annoying. And everything's good to go. So today, except for the plugs, I'm going to put the battery on and start it, or try to blow out the thing. Okay, guys, I got everything finished under the hood with the exception of exhaust. It's going to be super quick. I'm going to start it, show what everybody might want to hear with open headers. Okay? So this is with open headers. Open headers. That's freaking loud. Okay. This is the last installment of this header install on this truck. Quick overview. We took off all the old exhaust, took off the exhaust manifolds, installed the headers, went through a few issues such as the power steering bracket, pretty quick, pretty easy fix, and also some of the wiring onto the side, the starter wiring specifically. You had to move the wire, remove the wire to get to put the header in, and kind of adjust a few wires so they wouldn't touch the header. Bad thing, very bad thing. Otherwise than that, that wasn't too hard. These are aftermarket tri-Y headers. They're supposed to be polished or old, but they are really great shape, so they're all good. They fit pretty well. Didn't have to ding or dent anything, although any of you that are car guys might notice I need some shorty head plugs, which is a spark plug that is narrower or shorter on the rim itself in order to fit these properly. So that's one thing I've got to get still. Okay, the whole purpose of this was to get a dipstick right there in lime green, and also just get a little bit more sound and performance out of it. So those were the main two reasons. I accomplished everything. Accomplished the entire goals. I didn't film putting the exhaust on, the rest of the exhaust minus headers. I didn't have time. I probably did. I was rushing to get it welded up because I had to have it running for today, Monday. And this was, I did all the exhaust on Sunday. So I'm going to quickly show you what we did. All right, here we go. So, all right, well, I had to, the stock exhaust, the header exhaust I bought for it, I had to modify pretty heavily by the flanges. These are a smaller flange right here than a normal aftermarket header, which means I think they're like another ½ inch narrower in diameter. So that bring up some issues. I already had these reducers. Actually, they're not a reducer. I feel like it's just straight on to that. So in essence, I had a lot of stuff to do this, but I had to weld, and then my really crappy welding jobs. Oh my god, it's horrible, but it sticks together. And then I needed to maneuver. This one just went straight on. So this one went straight down it. If you can see that, it's probably kind of hard to see. This one was pretty easy, and I had the original exhaust manifold exhaust bracket here in order to get this one to stay stable, and it is nice and stable. And then it went out to a glass pack just right before the rear exhaust. Okay, so on this one I had to fabricate up a bracket. As you can see, I got a bracket from an alternator, then I got a rubber bushing here, and then I used a exhaust clamp and another heavy metal thing that holds it, and it actually holds real good. And then it's the same thing, glass back all the way up back. Up front, this one's a little different. This runs right in to the cross mount for tranny. So it actually has to go, and it has to go like this, and then it has to curl up, which this exhaust that I bought did come with a curl up. It goes up and then it goes down. It's a little tight here. I could adjust that if I wanted to. Not a big deal. I can fix that, but it's actually not rattling or anything. I had to weld this as well. Again, another really crappy welding job on both sides, but this one, it leaks a little bit, so I'm going to have to finish welding that off. And you know what? I'm getting better at welding. I haven't welded in a few years. I'll get it fixed up. And then out again to there. There were some turn downs. I cut them off at the end because one was actually going up. And the reason for that was because the turn down, I wanted this exhaust to go inside the rail and not outside the rail down below the truck. Because when you look at this, all this, it's all so flush that you can't see it. You can't see any of it below the frame of the truck. And I kind of wanted that. It's because if I mud, I hit a rock, it's nice to have that. It really is. And the higher this stuff is off the ground, is less of a chance of getting water in it, stuff like that. So, all right, well, let me get up off this crawler. Well, okay, so I didn't do any of that. I'm really sorry I didn't show the fabrication of all that. That would have been really awesome, I'm sure, to finish off the video. But I didn't. I apologize. I've been having some phone problems. I usually put this on my phone. Anyway, let's start it. God, I've got to get stepped for this big old boy. Anyway, finished project. Starts and sounds good, doesn't it? Alright, so we'll do a animal go underneath here. An exhaust loop up there, right up by one of my welds. I guess I'll fix that. But that sounds good. Sounds pretty good. All the gaskets that I put in this, they sound really good. Yeah, I need to do something about the power steering bracket. As I was putting it on, the bolt, the thing where it slides up and down, that area actually broke, so I gotta put a new bracket on there. It's gonna work for now, but I gotta put a new bracket on there and weld up that bracket. I think I'll probably just weld it up, paint it. I think I might have to turn up the air fuel a little bit on this. It might be running a little dry because headers create a more scavenging effect. And in turn, they might run your engine a little lean, which means you put more performance in it, you gotta have a slightly more fuel. It's a possibility. Anyway, closing this out. This is Double Dunn's garage, and this is Michael Dunn, and we got that project done. There's Dwight's truck. All right. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you later.